What if you spent weeks or even months creating content for your channel only to find out a high-powered, sophisticated, litigious media company says, "I don't think so, partner," and gives you a big old rejection to using their content? So in 2023, YouTube saw a significant increase in copyright claims, with the majority detected by the platform's Content ID tool. This system automatically flagged millions of videos, leading to a marked rise in claims compared to previous years. If you could take a moment and click the like button below, we can get this out to more viewers just like you. Despite efforts to streamline and improve the copyright claim process, the scale of automated detection continues to grow. So millions of claims in 2023, and I'm not surprised because it's just flagging. It's just flag, 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 flag. I spent last weekend, as I usually do, taking a few hours to make some YouTube content, podcasting, reacting to content. The next day, I spent a few more hours editing. And then on Monday, when I uploaded the video, to my absolute surprise, the video was blocked. And I thought, no big deal. I'll just dispute it. And I was wrong. Universal rejected my copyright claim. Now, how litigious is NBC? I don't know. Are they going to take down this video too? We'll just have to find out. Because you don't get a reason. You just get disclaimer that says dispute rejected. The copyright owner disagreed with your dispute, and the consequences of receiving a copyright claim can be serious. If you get a claim, your video can be demonetized, which means you won't earn any money from ads. You could even get a strike on your channel, which could lead to your channel being taken down if you get 3 strikes within a 90-day period. And you might not be able to create a new YouTube channel. It's like very, very serious, like the death penalty for you as a creator. So these copyright strikes have to be taken at the utmost responsibility and caution. Even a single copyright claim can have a serious impact on your channel. Not only will you lose ad revenue for what could have been like a super good video, you could also lose subscribers, views. For example, let's say you're a gaming YouTuber and you use a popular song in your video. If the song's owner files a claim, you could be in trouble, or you can get the video taken down, or you could get the video blocked, or your video can't go out to all your viewers. It's a nightmare. Or let's say you're a beauty YouTuber and you use an image from a stock photo website without buying the rights to it. That one seems more obvious to me, but that's gonna potentially lead to a claim. So as creators, we gotta be careful when it comes to fair use. Just because you're using a small clip of a song or a minute of footage from a movie doesn't mean you're in the clear. You need to make sure you're using it in a way that's transformative. That's the language, transformative. What does that mean? Well, that is when you're using it in a way that adds something new or adds value to the original work. Now, as you can imagine, that's super subjective. Different people are going to think different things are transformative. Different things are going to think it's original. Using the YouTube copyright process is surprising. It's opaque. It's terrible, frankly, just because we have a weird copyright system. It is a guilty until proven innocent system. You know, any type of music that you use is probably going to get flagged unless it's some kind of music that you created. And then you're going to have to dispute it. Also using content, video. And then third, which is probably not as likely, but possible, if you just straight up, you're using somebody's trademark, if you're just copying pasting situation, you're probably going to get copyright struck, which I get. I get copyright claims. But what about when you're reacting and commenting on someone else's video? The work is educational, it's commentary, it's reaction, it's entertaining, and we're taking clips that are already out there and reacting to them. Are we the most educational content ever? No, it doesn't have to be. Like I said, it's very subjective. Our content leans probably a little bit more towards entertainment. It is. There's some really, nuts and bolts types of content out there all over the internet if you really want to get the weeds on some of these issues. But we're just trying to get kind of a base layer overview of some of these legal concepts so that people can feel more familiarized with them. So we submitted the video, got copyright claimed, and we looked at it. I looked at it and thought, NBC doesn't want me to use their video. It's just like, really? Am I totally not able to do this? Because you cannot be doing all this work and putting on all this effort into this just to get copyright claimed and then be like, this video that I spent hours and hours and hours working on is now thrown out. It just isn't going to work. You're just not going to make content if that's the feeling in the back of your head. But you can literally upload the video ahead of time. And I've seen people recommend that just upload that video, take a look at it and see, is this going to be copyright claimed or not? You don't have to do any like a reaction to it or editing or anything like that, just to see if it's going to be copyright claimed. And then if it's not, you're going to be good to go. And there's a lot of like music reaction people who are reacting to music and doing all that this is what they do. They do thousands of videos, and then, maybe 30% of them get flagged, and then they just work off of those. They either dispute them or they just get rid of them. But when you're a content creator like me, who's spending a lot more effort on single videos than just, putting up a ton of just little reaction videos, it becomes absolutely critical for you to get this copyright thing down right. And getting a copyright strike is stressful. Like I said, it really makes you question the whole process. It's like, do I want to continue? Do I want to make this an actual effort if it's just for nothing because I get copyright claimed? So you really have to figure this out. What should you do? Stick around to figure out what my strategy is going to be going forward. First thing you should do is read the claim. Be careful about understanding the whole process. Try to educate yourself as best as you can. Then decide what you're going to do next. One option is to file a counter notification, which is basically saying that you disagree with the claim. And that's what I did. I put it in my response, and I'm thinking, they're going to get it. This is obviously fair use. I'm literally doing what thousands and thousands of people are doing all over the internet, even on Suits, even on these exact type of videos. And so the question then becomes, well, why did they copyright it? And we're going to get to that. Also, if you used a copyright song or image by mistake, you can try reaching out to the owner and just asking for their permission. As you can imagine, unless you're really connected, how are you going to get it connected with somebody at NBC or, Universal or whatever? But what about this content ID system? Because this is really the first issue you're going to run into. YouTube has this new feature that you can literally just cut it out. And this is the key. This is YouTube throwing you a bone, because this is such a pervasive issue where so many people are running into these copyright claim ID for no reason when it's just fair use, that they have given you a excellent tool to overcome this problem. You can literally just cut out the pieces that are copyright claimed ID. Yeah, you're going to lose those pieces of the video, but if you're doing reaction content and you're just doing multiple videos, some of the video you're going to have to cut out, some of them you're going to keep, and you're just going to have to be okay with that. That's my strategy going forward. Also important to remember that just because you're a small creator, it doesn't mean you can't get in trouble for copyright. I only have 550 subscribers, not a massive million subscriber channel. So we've done 68 videos, I believe, somewhere around there. I've ran into one other time where I had a copyright issue, and it was very easily resolved because it was just some music in the background. So you get the music in the background, you cut out that portion because it wasn't a very long portion. It was all good. But this situation is different. They didn't want me to use any of the video. Even though I got the video off of YouTube, even though it's the same type of video that everybody else is reacting to from Suits, NBC did not want me using that video. And I don't know why, considering this video was a video that I got off YouTube from a content creator who didn't do any commentary of it, just showing his favorite scenes from Suits, or her favorite scenes from Suits. So I was very confused. It's like, why can this person use it, but then I can't break it up into chunks and then do commentary on it? I think it was from 2019, but still, that doesn't seem like that long ago from where NBC would have missed this as a copyright claim. So don't think just because you are getting the video from YouTube that you're going to be able to use it. They don't tell you why. And that is one of the really bad parts about this system. You just get that disclaimer, like you've been rejected. That's it. You would think that they would tell you, hey, maybe you can try doing this or that. Obviously we're not trying to do a copyright. We're trying to just put out the same type of content that everybody else is putting out, just a different spin on it, just from a different perspective. And that's the really frustrating part. So to recap, copyright claims are serious to your YouTube journey. They have serious consequences to your channel, from demonetization to even channel termination. But by understanding what types of claims you can face and what to do when you receive one, you can keep your channel protected and you can create more content. That is critical when you have these copyright claim issues. It's very frustrating because they're trash. A lot of them are trash. You could literally fight. I'm positive that if I took this to a court, they would look at NBC and they'd say, NBC, what is any different from the content that this person made versus all the other content out there that's literally doing the same exact thing? It's all fair use because it's all commentary, right? We're taking short pieces of the videos and just reacting to it. We're not saying that it's our video. This is something that we created. It's just something that we are reacting to for commentary purposes to make it critical. And the video was critical, but it wasn't so critical that it would, hurt their reputation or make them feel some type of way about the video. But it just seems weird. I mean, all their content is out there and it's like that. And there's a lot more critical content than mine. I'm guessing what I could have done is appeal. So we're going to talk about next is what if I did appeal the content? So if your initial content ID dispute gets rejected, YouTube sides with the person or the company that rejected your claim, then you can appeal. This is where it gets really sticky because you can get those consequences like we talked about. So assess the situation before you do anything. Carefully review the rejection. Take a deep breath. It was denied. So you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to gather all the evidence that you have to build a stronger case. You might have permissions. You might have something that you have to show, like, actually, I have this content. It might be original content. You might have made this content. There you go. Fair use analysis needs to be done if it's fair use. It might be in the proof of a public domain. It might be like Mickey Mouse, copyright on it for so long that it expired. Then all these content creators started using Mickey Mouse stuff. So when you go into YouTube Studio, you go and you select the appeal and you make your case. Write a clear, detailed appeal. Make sure it's polite, make sure it's professional. You've got a professional tone, and then outline the specific reasons why the content doesn't infringe copyright, the new evidence that you've gathered, and then clearly explain the fair use piece of it if that's applicable. And remember, appealing carries the risk of a copyright strike. Only proceed if you're confident that your case is valid. Submit it and wait. I think they have 7 days, honestly. They can either release the claim, uphold the claim, issue a takedown request. They have some options. That's the thing, is like, who is the judge? Is YouTube the judge? No, they could just simply reject it again. And if they reject it again, then they're going to have to take some legal action. Get some legal advice. I mean, a couple $100 might be worth your YouTube channel. You spend a couple $100 on an attorney to review this for you. I think that there's some attorneys out there that would do that. Find an attorney who will review what you got going on and see if you really want to do it. The attorney's probably going to say, look, this is some serious consequences. If you really like your channel, if you really feel like this is something that you want to make a point on because it's a really important piece of content that you think you're in the right on, talk to an attorney before you make your appeal. And so with the appeal, present just clear fact-based argument as to why this is fair use. Are you commenting on this? Is it critical, and why? What are the rules for commentary? What are the rules for this type of content and reacting? And then, you would think you could show other pieces of content that look like yours that are out there already on the internet, but that's probably not as strong an argument as actually going and looking at the law and figuring out what is the definition of fair use and why your fair use fits into that analysis. If you want to see more True Crime with Lawyer Cliff, go ahead and click the video right over my shoulder.